In terms of that, having players being coming in, new players coming in pre-season as well, is it a bit difficult to get them to a certain standard because they're transitioning mostly from the digital club coming in? Some of the issues where you got drop balls and how to read the game, running combinations. Is that something that you focus on mostly during the off season?
Yeah, it's very difficult. Yeah, I find it very difficult. How they're going to do this, but if those things were taken care of, it would make our job a lot easier. And you'd probably have more players overseas, to be honest. That's my honest opinion. Because we've got the talent, we just need to develop them right, and there'll be more everywhere. So we spent a lot of time. I know it probably didn't look like it on the weekend, but we spent hours on catching a ball, for example, how to catch a ball. We spent hours on that, and the boys will get there. I mean, the first game as well too, so a lot of nervous boys in there. Even though there was only 3 debutants, there's players that only had under 5 games or under 10 games, and they hadn't played for a while too. So you got to understand that part as well. Normally, you're looking at 2 years. 2 years with some real new habits being established, and 2 years, 50 games around that mark before you start to see some progress. But a lot of players have progressed much quicker. We've got Miles doing really well. His first year at Dem Cup was last year, so he's done pretty well for him. So the players are there. Just how we develop them. That's the only thing.
Sanny is playing his 50th game this weekend. How has he been for the team, especially now having played 50 games and with the young players coming in? What's his position now? Is he in a leadership role?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, he's a leadership player, and really lucky to have him. Not sure we'll be able to keep him next year. I'm sure there'll be clubs lining up for him. But Sonny, when he's on, everyone's on. He's got that type of energy, and I found this year he's been more of a leadership role. I've seen him grow into that, and he keeps growing. So I'm expecting a big year from him, and I think he's expecting it from himself as well. But he's been really good for the team, and I'm really happy that he gets his 50 games. And he's been talking about it for months, so I'm glad that it's come already.
Okay, this weekend, another tough one against Wynnum, but in terms of the team, I understand you're maintaining the same manner for this week?
Yeah, but we're maintaining this. There's a couple of question marks on some injuries and suspensions, so we've named an extended bench with Graham Rex, so Stephen's at 20, Graham Rex and Bruce Barways, and if he plays, he debuts, and I think Graham's under 5 games, so both new inexperienced boys will come into the side. But we've kept the same squad first game, so I think give some of those boys a chance to back-to-back games and get a feel for it.
Obviously, you would like to see some improvements in some areas, some aspects of the game from last week. So what would be some part of the game that you're really emphasising on this week?
Yeah, I thought the effort was there in defence, but we just didn't do it together. That's probably the only thing in defence. You don't want to pull too much apart and start changing a lot of things. And we do that, normally we do that really well. We did it really well against Pride when we played down there. So we did everything really well together. So I think we just focused a bit more on that. And obviously possession, completing a set. Let's build some pressure on them. Let them feel a few sets with us, and then we'll talk about it. So that's probably it. And the boys know how to catch. They know how to catch into contact. They've done enough, so I think it'll be a big focus for us this week.
Boys, we've been to face with Wynnum as well.
Oh, I thought, definitely a tough game. I think we made it tough for ourselves. We made it very hard for ourselves with those simple errors, but it showed us another side of us, how united we are, and how we just didn't give up. Even down to all the energy that we burned through in the first half. I think we completed our first set probably in the 31st minute, so 9 minutes before half time we actually completed a set. So that just shows the amount of possession the opposition had, and to be able to come back and win that second half, that was a really good effort by the boys, and even down to 12 men. So it shows a lot of character for the boys and the effort that they did put into that game. But it was still a loss. We didn't get the 2 points, so I think the boys got a lot out of that loss.
Do you think Hunters are sort of on a rebuilding stage again, because a lot of players have moved on, and it seems like every year the team, has new faces inside. They have a lot of challenges there. Do you think that it's a disadvantage against teams such as the Capras and others that have teams that have been consistent over the years, and for you guys having to be in a more developmental pathway program here with the Hunters?
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, most definitely. I think having a team for 2-3 years, understanding how you coach, your systems and structures and each other and how each other plays is definitely a benefit. And you could secure a top 4 every year, I'd say, if you've got some quality players like we do. But we're a pathway as well. And you've got to take the good out of it. I think it's exciting. I'm really excited for the players that have left and gone to bigger and better things, and I'm excited for the players that are going to come. And for me, I think it's a reminder that that's the role that we're in, and don't get too frustrated and just trust the process and stay with it, because the boys will get it. Just round one, so embakam. So just trust in each other. We always talk about that, and I think as a coaching staff we need to do the same thing and trust in the process. And the boys have come a long way already, and they still have a long way to go, which is a good thing. No, I understand the role, and I'm happy with the role, and I think it's a good thing. And hopefully next year we can get we can send some more boys off to bigger and better things, and we get a new crop of players to work with and try and do the same and help them as well.